Suika game has taken over the internet, and I couldn't be happier. Everyone is playing this game, and once you start, you can't stop. Suika game is addicting. The simple graphics, the easy controls, the satisfying merging, everything about this game was done right. There are a ton of knockoffs popping up all over which really don't do this game justice. If you're gonna play Watermelon game, you better play the Switch version or it just doesn't count. You're just wrong. Sorry. See these two pieces of fruit merging? Ooh, this is addicting. It's so satisfying. It gives you that little burst of dopamine. Doing this multiple times gives you more happy chemicals. And then when you get that clean melon, oh yes. There are a lot of addicting games out there. In fact, many games are designed to be addicting. The more you play, the more time and money you spend. Developers want to do everything in their power to give you that rush of dopamine to make you come back. Your brain craves those sweet, happy feelings, those satisfying moments. Dopamine is the chemical in your brain that encourages you to repeat whatever action you just performed that made you happy. When the chemical is released, it reinforces the behavior of whatever you're doing. In this case, playing games. Your brain makes you want to perform the same action so you can get more dopamine. It is the ultimate drug. Your brain releases dopamine when you're having an enjoyable experience, like getting a watermelon. You get a watermelon, you're happy, so you end up subconsciously wanting to seek out that pleasure every time you play. It can be hard to keep your attention on something that doesn't produce happy dopamine. Like this script. I've been staring at a blank page for like 4 days. Why isn't this fun? I just need to trick myself into pretending that this is the most fun I've had all week so that I don't slip into Suika game. Because you know what's more fun than scripting? Suika, or almost anything really. These games know what they're doing. A good game is addicting to play. A good game makes you want to keep coming back for that dopamine trip. It can be anything from defeating a boss, to clearing some fruit, to staring at this really cute outfit I bought in Palia the other day. I don't know what it is about it, but I just can't get enough. Video game companies are businesses, and businesses need to make money, which means it's in the game's best interest to keep you hooked. Some of these games, I swear they have some psychology experts that find the best way to keep you playing, especially the ones with microtransactions. All the data they must have on how people play, when they play, what updates that get people playing even more. Even the ones without microtransactions are made to make you play more. Even Suika. The game's $3. The more you play, the more your friends see you playing it, they'll probably buy it, and by probably, I mean definitely. I've had way too many people tell me that they bought the game because of me, I'm not sorry. And then the game makes a ton of money. The enjoyable games know what they're doing. A game that sucks doesn't really keep your attention or get you addicted because it's boring. There's no dopamine up there stimulating your brain. Sucky games suck. There's a video right here. You want to click on that later, okay? They don't even have to be complicated games, like Flappy Bird. Remember that Nintendo lawsuit of a mobile game waiting to happen? The game was simple. You flop the bird while avoiding the definitely not Mario pipes and see how high of a score you can get. Everyone played this game. The more people that play, the more friends try to beat them, and the more everyone fails and just keeps trying. Every time we increase our own high score or beat our friend's score, we get that rush, the accomplishment. It's like our very own pigeon box. If you don't know what the pigeon box is, there was an experiment done that studied how to reinforce positive behaviors of pigeons. The pigeon would be nicely placed in an enclosed box where they would hit a lever and food would be delivered to them. Over time, they would learn that if you hit the lever, you get food. Boom, it's a good idea to hit the lever. The idea of the study was to reinforce behavior. As the study continued, there were various reinforcement schedules that decided when a reward was given to the animal, whether they got the reward immediately after pressing the lever, or if there was some RNG and they got the reward after a random number of lever presses, or maybe it was based on a random interval of time. Each schedule was used to study how animals respond to reinforcement. Don't know why I couldn't say schedule, it's a very normal word. This study is where the term operant conditioning comes from. So video games have taken this concept of operant conditioning where a subject performs some kind of action and is either rewarded or punished. If you put that strawberry on top of that cherry, oh, you just punished yourself. That cherry is gone forever. Hopefully you learn next time not to do that. The different schedules of reinforcement have different outcomes in how quickly the subject learns. That's kind of what like the basis of the study was. And that's basically how your brain learns how to get that sweet dopamine. Different schedules gives you different levels of dopamine. Video game developers know this. They are aware of what rewards release dopamine. Why do you think RNG is such a fun concept? Just like how gambling can be so addicting to people. We enjoy the RNG, like villager hunting. We're betting all of our time, effort, and nook miles on finding that one cute villager, and our fate is in the hands of a random number generator. Though villager hunting wasn't intended to be as crazy as we made it, but they should have saw it coming. Like, they basically gave us gambling and didn't think that it was gonna turn into anything stupid. We turned it into something stupid. All thanks to dopamine. You're not supposed to drop thousands of tickets on a villager hunt, but our dopamine says otherwise. Spending dozens of hours trying to find a villager feels like the ultimate reward when you finally get that rush and see their adorable face. Another aspect of games being addicting, peer pressure. Especially with Suika. The best part of playing this game is forcing your friends to also play and then compete with them. This high score feature is deadly. I don't think everyone would be as crazy about this game if the internet didn't collectively decide on a high score to beat. That's how I got into the game. I watched a few friends stream it trying to get past the threshold of 3,000, and every time they failed, my brain went, I can do better than that. So you download the game, play for a bit, and then realize that 3,000 points is really hard. You're severely punished for just one wrong move, or that cherry that goes flying out of the jar. Winning the game seems like such an easy concept that there's no way you can't improve next time. You feel like you're in control, but you're not. You want to keep playing as a way to have more control, and you keep trying until eventually you do gain that control. You learn the better situations to put a cherry in a strawberry in. You know, saying this out loud, I'm glad all of you know what Suika is, because trying to explain this to a regular person is the craziest thing in the world. But that's the whole reason this game became a trend. Big streamers challenge their friends who are also big streamers who each broadcast this game to thousands of people who then go and pick it up and tell their friends, and then everybody is playing Watermelon Game. Throwing $3 down on a game that your friends are playing so you can be included is a quick way to get tapped into that dopamine rush. And that's the sole reason why Suika Game is so successful. Just dopamine. And the fact that it's like a really well-made game, you know. We're all just swimming in this huge pool of dopamine until all of the chemicals run out and then we switch to a new, popular, trendy video game. Just don't let it be Fortnite again, please. I like that games are addicting. There are few things in life that actually give my brain that dopamine boost. I like having something new to play or experience. That's why we're all so addicted to TikTok and Twitter. Doom scrolling is a thing because of dopamine. You just keep finding that new thing, and sometimes it's something cool. The exciting things in life is what keeps us going. Anyway, if you want to see what kind of video games do suck, click on the end screen thing right here. These cozy games. Cozy games suck. I'll spoil it for you. It's cozy games.